Does uploading to YouTube daily actually make your channel grow faster? I've been uploading daily for the past 28 days straight. In fact, today's video is day 28 for me. In this two-part video, I will break down my analytics and show how the number of views and subscribers changed over the past months while I did this challenge, as well as which videos performed and which ones flopped. The reality of starting a YouTube channel over 40 and what it takes to post daily. In the second part of this two-part video, I will then share the lessons learned and we'll talk about whether you should do a challenge like this for your channel. I will also share advice and tips for those who want to start a YouTube channel or are in the very beginning of their YouTube journeys. And I will share with you what I'm planning to do next with this channel. So a bit of a backstory. In November 2024, I quit employment because it was having quite significant effects on my mental health. And by then I had already changed 3 careers. So that was my career number 4. And from December, well, mostly from January, I have been in the process of building out a consultancy for healthcare professionals to help them raise visibility and digital influence. I am a former doctor, so I have a large network of healthcare professionals, mainly doctors and dentists. And I do have another channel, YouTube channel, which I started during the pandemic, specifically for that audience. At first, it was focused on alternative careers, and I have since relaunched that channel to help doctors and dentists and other healthcare professionals to raise their visibility and digital influence, mainly through video and YouTube, but through other ways as well. At the same time, I've noticed that I have this itch to be able to talk freely about the challenges of navigating midlife, being over 40, starting over again. And again, the theme of visibility is something that I've always wanted to talk about. And therefore I thought I needed a second channel, but I didn't quite know what content to post and mainly how to find the time to manage 2 channels. Then one day, it was 26th of February, the day before my adult ADHD assessment. On the 27th of February, I was completing this really long form online, which was mandatory for the actual assessment the following day. And I thought, why not screen record it and share it with people, because somebody might actually find this useful. And that was the start of the journey with this particular channel. Then the following day I talked about the experience of what turned out to be the first part of ADHD assessment. And then I thought, why not make a challenge out of this and do daily uploads for a month, because everybody always talks about the first 20 to 30 videos being your worst, and it's better to get them out of the way quickly and learn from those mistakes that you make during your first few videos. So I thought, okay, this is exactly what I'm going to do. And also it's a way to keep myself accountable, that I have to do this every day, no matter what, and I cannot bail. So there have been days in the past months when I thought there is really no way I can do this. I was even quite sick. I had a fever and a cough, yet I still pushed through it. So there are actually videos on this channel daily since the 27th of February. Overall, I have posted 26 long form videos, 1 short yesterday, because I thought I would like to tick that box that I've done it. And this is the 28th video on this channel, and I have been posting weekly updates about performance every Thursday. So there are 3 previous videos about how the channel grew in the past, how the channel grew in the first week, then over 2 weeks, and then over 3 weeks. I have also been a good girl and interacting with comments, and luckily in the past week more and more comments have started appearing, which is so nice, because the first 2 or even 3 weeks without comments, it just felt like I'm posting all this into some void and nothing really was happening. I've also started commenting on the channels and the videos of other creators who are similar to me, who are in the early stages of their YouTube journeys with less than 300 subscribers. And I've been experimenting with community posts as well. To this day, I have purposefully not shared this channel or any video on this channel with anybody, not friends or family or any other platforms or here on YouTube. And this is to ensure that the growth that I'm reporting back about is completely organic and driven by YouTube alone. And I also wanted to understand who my content resonates the most, rather than this data being diluted by well-wishing friends and family, which is what happened with my other couple of channels in the past. So now let's dive in the analytics from the past 28 days. So this is the dashboard of my channel as it is on the 27th of March 2025. There are 71 subscribers, and we'll dive in straight into analytics. There have been nearly 3,000 views and 122 watch hours. Compared to this time last week, this is double the time. There were 62.6 watch hours and 1,500 views. The majority of this gain in views and watch time is from just one video, which is trending video. It took me 30 years to realize what I'll tell you in 12 minutes. However, there is a problem with this video. You can see that in the past 48 hours, there are 199 views. However, this time last week, so 6 videos less than I currently have on the channel, I had 395 views. I'm strongly suspecting that I've been shadow banned. Shadow banning is something that I only discovered yesterday, and it's when YouTube, for one reason or another, conceals your content from viewers. When I was doing research about what shadow ban actually means, half of evidence points to that it's not a shadow ban, and half of the evidence points that it is. For example, let me show you, looking at just this video, it was doing really well. Then suddenly here, in the past couple of days, there is a flatline. Some of those creators who talk about shadow ban describe exactly this phenomenon. If it is shadow ban, I don't think it's because I did something wrong, but again, I need to look into this in more detail. Some of the YouTube creators talking about this topic say that you need to contact YouTube creator support, and apparently there is a magic button that they press and it kind of goes back to normal after you've reported this. Another sign of a shadow ban is when you were getting consistent views in the past 48 hours, but then suddenly it kind of dropped to hardly any at all. The only short on my channel so far that I put out yesterday had 50 impressions and 19 views. Half of the people who were presented it as an impression viewed it, and half of the people swiped away. And it looks like it was watched several times by some people because the percentage viewed is more than 100%. So my current impression click-through rate overall for the channel is 2.5. It's not bad, it can be better. My top performing videos in terms of audience retention are these ones. And it's interesting that the very top one is actually a short video, which I recorded on the spur of the moment without much preparation. It took me 25 years to realize this about choosing the right partner. The retention is pretty good. So by the end of the video, 1/3 of viewers are still watching it. I don't know whether it means that people do prefer shorter videos or whether it's genuinely a good video. I have been doing some community posts. So they've had 51 impressions and 7 likes. This is my current age and gender data. So the majority of my viewers are now female. So this time last year, there were more male viewers, and it has now changed. And interestingly, I'm getting some young audience tuning in, and I suspect it's because of the academic success video that I recently uploaded. My top geographies, as before, the United Kingdom and the United States are in the lead. But now I have a greater reach. Thank you, Ireland, for giving me the longest average view duration. Since last week, I have been getting more comments, which is an amazing change compared to the first 2 weeks when there was a pretty much dead silence. Now, let me tell you what it's like to be a YouTube creator over 40. I'm still very much a beginner, even though I have some prior experience with YouTube, but that other channel that I have is very niche. It does have 1700 plus subscribers accumulated over the past 4 years, so I don't really, but because the topics on that channel are extremely niche topics, I don't think it's representative of my experience as a creator. So let me tell you what it has felt like as a creator over 40 starting a YouTube channel from zero. So here's what my expectation was. YouTube is on easy mode. You can monetize in 30 days, and even channels focused on the chickens can get monetized within 3 months. So I was inspired by all those things, and my expectations were quite high, I have to admit. Now, let's talk about the reality. YouTube is not on easy mode. I once heard one content creator describe this initial journey of pushing up the mountain as the Cringe Mountain, and this is exactly what it feels like when I cannot really describe to anybody what I'm doing. People think that I'm working and they ask me, oh, how is work? And I have to be really vague. Firstly, because most people don't actually know that I quit employment. Those who do don't quite understand what I'm doing instead. And certainly they don't realize that I have this second YouTube channel I've been completely consumed with. So it's definitely been cringy and definitely been an uphill battle. So the only person who actually knows about this channel, and I have to be really honest about this because I said I haven't told anybody, but no, my 8-year-old knows about this channel. I previously posted a video about a letter to my daughter. She hasn't seen it yet, but she has seen some thumbnails on this channel whenever she uses my laptop to do her TT Rockstars maths. She has noticed some of the thumbnails, and she asked me whether I'm doing more videos not just for doctors. Clever girl. I have really had to stop myself from sharing with others because seeing such low subscriber count is quite disheartening. And in the very beginning, I actually subscribed with a couple of my other Gmail accounts just to get over the line from 9 to 10 and 11 subscribers. And I have really wanted to share my YouTube channel with some people to get more likes and comments. But no, well done to me for keeping my word and really staying true to myself and to my promise to not share with anybody, and for surviving these past 28 days. Well done. I have actually been very proud with myself for doing this. It's such a sprint. It feels like it's been such a sprint because I have had to post videos even on weekends. So it's really been all-consuming, and I feel this hyper-focus, which is actually quite easy for me with my recent understanding of how my brain works, that, you know, I have ADHD, and hyper-focus on something that really matters to me. My voice is a bit croaky because I still have a cold. So this hyper-focus for me is actually quite easy when I'm focusing on something that I love and enjoy, and actually I feel in flow. Finally, I feel in flow. Last time I felt this way was when I worked as a career coach, and that was a few years ago, and I absolutely loved being on stages. I loved public speaking, I loved designing and delivering workshops. And this experience has made me tap back into that creativity that I subsequently lost. And I'm now losing my voice as well. So yes, I've neglected pretty much all aspects of my life while focusing on these videos in the past 28 days. The house is an absolute mess. I haven't really been cooking. My partner helps. I think my partner is wondering what exactly I'm doing because he is subscribed to my other channel and he sees that no videos are coming out. Bless him. And this challenge for this channel has really made me neglect building out my consultancy or bringing in any income. Right, so I had to get some lamp sip to soothe my throat. And as I said, it has really felt like I'm in flow, and when I'm doing my YouTube videos, whether that's working on the narratives or recording or even editing, I feel like time stops or time flies like 1 second. I've had a lot of fun, and I've genuinely had a lot of fun with this creative process, and I love the thought of releasing a part of me, a part of my thoughts, reflections and ideas into the universe. And it's really quite interesting how it feels to be working on this YouTube channel in the full knowing that I don't know who is going to watch my videos, but it's okay. And it's been great to see how in the first week only, well, there were no views in the first week. In the second week, there were views from the UK. In the third week, the US joined, and I think India and Germany, and then by the end of this month, it seems that there is much greater reach. It's just amazing. The power of YouTube is just incredible. What's been really great as well is to feel liberated and free in this creative journey. Yes, I'm not earning anything from this yet, hopefully, but my brain is exploding with ideas. I literally have to write everything down on the phone because these ideas are coming to me day and night. I sometimes wake up at 3 a.m. with ideas about what I want to put on this channel. So I have to grab my phone and quickly write down. The same in the toilet, in the shower, all these ideas are just flooding. And I'm loving it. And what I've also noticed is, what I've also discovered is there are so many people out there on YouTube on the same journey, sharing the same struggles and little wins. And it's been really comforting to follow them on their journeys, commenting on their videos and getting comments back. I really feel more connected now in the past week. The first 3 weeks were quite lonely. And now I feel like there is a little bit of a community out there. Well, quite a lot of a community, but so far I'm kind of on the fringes, I think, of that community. So it's really exciting to be tapping into that community. Gosh, my voice is really, I'm really losing my voice. Hopefully I'll be able to finish what I have to say. Starting a YouTube channel as an introvert and a highly sensitive person that I am is actually a brilliant idea compared to interacting with people in the real world, which I find exhausting and draining, especially as I'm getting older. As I'm getting older and I'm finding myself a little bit of an outcast and a social hermit, and even dropping my daughter to school and trying to avoid other parents so that I don't have to do this small talk with them. That's really exhausting. Whereas doing this YouTube thing is so liberating, where I can really experiment with how I deliver my thoughts, how I structure my narratives. And at the same time, I now see that there is the response. So people are watching, YouTube is showing my content, and it's just been incredible. I think I cannot yet fully verbalize this amazing feeling, especially for somebody who identifies as an introvert. the sort of connection that I don't always manage to find in real life, other than with my closest people in my life. This journey in the past 28 days has really helped me to conquer my fears and calm down my gremlins. My inner gremlins used to say, well, you need to be an expert before you can get on YouTube. Who do you think you are, trying to teach anybody about starting a YouTube channel? But actually, I think, well, I'm not an expert, but I can talk about it through my own lived experience. And it's okay to feel vulnerable, because there are so many other people who are going through the same experience. So it's really nice to compare notes and also see the light in the end of the tunnel, because you can see all those people documenting their journeys and then finally getting monetized or achieving whichever goals they set for themselves for their YouTube channels. So that's very inspirational for me. In terms of my observations, it seems that YouTube is hyper focused on what's trending, and if you can jump on a trend, then you can have more views, and I think it is okay to experiment with that, but it kind of feels that if you're trying to be innovative, it's almost like you're reinventing the wheel, and that's not rewarded, at least not in the early journey. And my other observation is that YouTube is still confused about what my channel is about. I don't regret not niching down from the very beginning and keeping it very broad, because the objective for this past months really was just to put out videos every day. The objective wasn't to be perfect, the objective wasn't to produce videos about a particular topic. So I think I've succeeded in my original objective, yet I'm getting the impression that YouTube is very confused about what my channel is about. So I really need to work on that. Asking people to like and subscribe still feels quite cringy. I don't know, what is your experience of being on the receiving end of being asked to like and subscribe, as well as if you are a YouTube creator, do you feel comfortable asking for likes and subscriptions? To me, it's still quite uncomfortable. Now, some points that I'm still not sure about, and maybe you can share your thoughts from your experience. Firstly, my presentation style. I think in some of my videos I look like I'm trying too hard. Compared to, say, Deya or Linda at Beyond the Jar, I'm never too sure whether to have a lot of makeup on or not very much. I kind of feel like the videos where I hardly had any makeup, they were the videos that I filmed outside. They didn't do that well. Maybe I'm making an incorrect assumption that when you're kind of more made up, you come across better. Let me know what you think about that. The other thing is, I'm not sure about background music. I tried it in one of my videos and I'm not sure I liked it. The video did very well comparatively comparing to some other videos, but I'm still not quite sure whether it's something that I will do more of in going forward. The other thing is click-through rate. I don't think it's that valuable for young channels, especially channels with videos that are getting less than 100 views in the first few days. In terms of shorts, I have a little bit of resentment producing shorts. I never got on with Instagram, and I have this association between shorts and Instagram. I've been postponing putting out shorts. I only did one yesterday and it has less than 20 views, which is expected. But there are lots of creators who strongly advocate having shorts as part of your strategy for growing your YouTube channel. I'm just not sure whether it's a good strategy for the very beginning. The other thing I'm still not too sure about is sharing deeply personal insights and reflections. I'm getting the impression that beyond initial curiosity and the initial spike on some of my videos where I shared some really personal stuff, overall people don't really care about other people's lives. Do you agree? It seems that most people come to YouTube either for entertainment or for information. And for information, they will be searching for things like how to. So informational, instructional videos that come up in search results. So at least in the very beginning of a YouTube journey, perhaps it's not the best idea to be sharing deeply personal insights or talking about own life, but it's something that I will definitely keep as a type of content I will be putting out, perhaps at certain milestones. For example, when I reach 100 subscribers, 500 subscribers, I could maybe share a bit more about myself rather than making this core content for my channel. So this concludes the first part of this video, and in the next video I will share some more lessons that I learned. I will talk about whether I think it's a good idea to do a daily upload challenge. I will also share some tips and advice for creators who are in the very early stages of their YouTube journey, and I will share what I'm planning to do with this channel. I'll see you then.